I was dominating shows in the ratings the way I used to dominate other rappers on the charts. But power was just the start of my master plan. This past October, my company, G-Unit Film and Television Inc., signed a 4-year deal with Starz Lionsgate that is said to be the biggest deal in premium cable history. And that's just one of the many projects I have in the pipeline. The most accomplished and lucky ones achieve success once. I've managed to make it to the top twice. In many ways, I'm prouder of my second trip to the summit than my first. A lot of people wrote me off, said that I was done. Even, to borrow a phrase from one of my albums, self-destructed. I saw all the headlines, heard all the talk, caught all the celebrations of my failures, which has only made my success in the television field even sweeter. It's also what finally spurred me to write this book. I need people to understand that there is no such thing as making it, that no matter how much money you stack, fame you achieve, or success you taste, there are going to be more struggles in your future, more drama to deal with, more obstacles placed in your path. The goal is not just to be successful. It's about learning how to sustain that success, too. A skill I had to learn the hard way, and one I'm going to teach you in this book. Today, I'm 44 years old, an age I once thought I'd never come close to reaching. Hell, just making it to 21 seemed like it might be too much to ask at one point. Yet here I am in my 5th decade, with a few grays peeking through my beard, still got a six-pack and strong hairline though, but I'm comfortable where I'm at. It's a more mature age, one that allows me to look at my life and accurately assess what's made me who I am. And when I try to sum up my ability to keep finding ways to stay on top, I can see it comes down to 2 main characteristics. I've got the heart of a hustler, and I'm fearless. My primary goal for this book is to help you develop the same characteristics. But before we get into how, I want to talk about those words, fearless and hustler. Coming from me, those words probably make you think of 50 Cent, the gangster, the guy who openly bragged about selling drugs, who got shot 9 times and didn't seem to mind, who got into beefs with some of the most feared names on the street and in hip-hop and never once backed down. Those exploits all belong to 50 Cent, a persona I adopted in order to help deal with the chaos and insanity that I saw all around me growing up. But this book isn't designed to turn you into the next 50 Cent. Don't get it twisted. 50 Cent was, and still is, a real part of who I am. But if that persona was all it was to me, I never would have been able to maintain the success I have achieved. That's why in this book, I'm going to share the thinking of both 50 Cent and Curtis Jackson. I didn't start going by 50 Cent till I was older. But ever since I was a kid, I've always felt there were 2 sides to me, 2 identities I had to be comfortable with. The side that allowed me to exist in my grandmother's home, where cussing wasn't tolerated and Sundays were for church, and the side that allowed me to survive on the streets. I needed both of those sides to get by. There were times when I would actually wonder if there was something off about me. Did everyone else have that sense of duality inside of them? Was I slightly off in the head? Today, I can see that there was nothing off about it, just the opposite. My ability to harness both personalities has been one of my greatest strengths. 50 Cent propelled me to the top. Curtis Jackson is the man who's been able to keep me there. At this point, I've been moving in corporate America longer than I was hustling. I was only making dirty money from the age 12 to 24. I've been earning legal corporate cash from 25 to 44. That's almost twice as long. Not surprisingly, at this point, the streets in the business world often don't seem that different to me. Neither play fair. Both are ultra-competitive. They're both ruthless, and you can still dominate each one if you follow several basic principles. Be fearless. Most people run from what they're afraid of. I run towards it. That doesn't mean I think I'm bulletproof. I've learned the hard way that I'm not, or that I'm unaware of danger. I experience fear as much as the next man. But one of the greatest mistakes people can make is becoming comfortable with their fears. Whatever's worrying me, I meet it head on and engage it until the situation is resolved. My refusal to become comfortable with fear gives me an advantage in almost every situation. Cultivate the heart of a hustler. Hustling might be associated with selling drugs, but it's also a character trait that's shared by winners in every profession. Steve Jobs was as much of a hustler at Apple as I was on the streets.